Welcome to Political Justice. Ministers Lewis and Felicia Dixon Newman. We're here to talk to you for maybe about 5 minutes, maybe shorter, maybe longer. Um, Tonight we want to talk about, this afternoon we want to talk about the situation with our daughter, Iyana Nakia Newman, who is 13 years old. And she, on November the 30th, she ingested peroxide, and we took her to the emergency room, and from there she had to go to a psychiatric hospital, and we were told that she would be there 5 to 7 days, max 10 days, and now she has been there 30 days, and we went to court on yesterday, which was the 27th, and what we were going to court for was objecting to hospitalization of a minor. Um, they did several things wrong in our case. When it was time to discharge her, the hospital kept moving. We noticed that when we were trying to discharge her, all of a sudden they were saying that she was actively suicidal. But before then, everything seemed to be just just taking a natural course. And then after that, we learned that she was calling and complaining about um, her diet. They weren't feeding her what her religious diet, and then she claimed that she was being mistreated by the nurses and so on and so forth. But um, to make a which is a very long story short, which I guess most people know us from being on Blog Talk Radio, Political Justice. And we have been talking about a problem for a long time concerning the homosexual community. They want to come under the disguise like they're gay. And gay means you're supposed to be happy, which that word is already taken up. But they want to come under the disguise like they're so happy, but all at the same time, there are some very creepy, miserable, immoral, nasty, rotten, stinky people. And our daughter Iana, she has been trying to for the last, how sometime when you try to stand for one thing, your children rebel and try to stand for something else, and she has tried to be a sympathizer, which all of us have tried to play that role on trying to feel sorry for homosexuals, but most people wake up pretty fast and find out that you just can't really feel sorry for them, because feeling sorry for them is really going against your own soul, because even the word talks about if you go along with them, and feeling sorry for them is going along with them, because if you're not trying to get them any type of treatment or trying to get them to change, then it's best to just leave them alone. Um, but our daughter, she has been for the last couple of years talking about, how children look at TV, they mimic things, mimic people, but she's been talking about uh, trying to listening to Obama about she's transgender, and as you all know, we are our whole ministry and our whole everything is centered around Christian Christian values. Everything, our whole thing, our whole ministry is centered around Christian values. So therefore, but anyway, she has been coming under disguise of transgender. But to make you a more of an update, since then, um, Iana seemed to be, I believe they are providing a platform for her to try to pretend like she is supposed to be transgender, because since then it seems like they are turning our own daughter against us, and we're just asking people to please go to GoFundMe and donate so that we may be able to retain a lawyer in order to help us get her and get ourselves out of this situation. Because we mainly need a lawyer in order, because what the judge did was basically railroad us. And I just don't,
Right.
you just don't. But then when you turn on the TV, people are talking about they got so much funding going toward illegal criminal immigrants, and here you got people that are natural born citizens can't even. Because that's a game about legal service, about free help. That's not even true. And so, Minister has something to say.
Well, we had voted for a new administration even as far back as McCain because we come from Selma, Alabama. We knew what it was like to be under the first black mayor, and we didn't want to even dream of what it was like to be under the first black president. And but after 8, 10 years of, my daughter was born at a time when you couldn't, the world was just in a decay, and now she's just 13 years old. And even when it comes down to my veteran benefits, which I'm a veteran, had to be forced into early retirement, the reason why will impact my whole situation. But it comes down to just because we're born Baptist Christian. We've been here and there, did this, that, and the other. But basically, when you're born an old Baptist Christian, basically that's pretty much how it lay. And so, man, by doing that, over the last 30 to 40 years, we see what has happened. You know, black Christians have been, we have allowed our churches to be, well, they're gone. We have to some type of brand. We don't have leaders. We don't have people to even teach our children the teachings of Christ. But right now, these people got my daughter in the hospital. It's just really illegal. But there's no laws. We don't have religious freedom. Like for the last 8 years, like we've been persecuted just for being a heterosexual family. And then, I mean, it's a long story, but it's real and it's true. But right now, and we never asked for any. Just we always ask for just regular help that we feel like we need if something came about, because we was illegally charged.
You got to stay inside of the focus of the
Yeah,
camera.
we was illegally charged in Alabama. Uh, we're charged by a district attorney called Michael Jackson. And what happened was we never could get it straightened out because the world itself is going through a change. Black people, we have to deal with homosexual judges that, that don't really know, that really shouldn't even be sitting on a bench. And then they are dealing with white homosexual lawyers and judges. I paid a white homosexual lawyer, failed in Selma, Alabama, about $25,000 for a case he just wrapped up with more homosexuality. And just like the same daughter that CP that is in some type of systematic stuff now. It's shocking on how terrible children have had it for the last 8 years.
And she's trying to say, they got her saying that she don't want to come home, and the reason why she don't want to come home, she's trying to pretend like she don't want to come home because she's afraid that her father is gonna abuse her, when we have never used corporal punishment. Plus, she's only saying that because she think that if she some type of way they have coerced her into thinking that if she say all that she has so many rights, and she to do that. But see, what she don't understand is lies just don't stand. Just like I've talked to my daughter about that for a long time. Yana, you just seem like you're trying to go over into an area of becoming a liar, and that's not a good thing to do. And now she's surrounded by what I would say natural born liars. You know, a lie is a lie, but what a lie do for them not gonna do the same thing for you. And so she just don't really understand that. She just really don't understand that it's best not to it's best to just tell the truth about anything and everything, because like I told her, this is God, this is God's word, this is what we stand for. Therefore, we can't uh you know we can't agree to participate and not gonna participate. The only thing we gonna participate in is you just being a female, so get over it.
Well, that's what we're asking. We're asking based on what Obama came on TV and said and other things. I guess he was doing now. But when he came on TV, he got two young daughters, about my daughter's age. He's saying, the stuff that he been advocating and
You got to look into
stuff
here.
that he advocated and propagating for the last 8 years, just hasn't. It's not she. My daughter's just not being treated fairly because, well, there's a lot of things that's been going on that we didn't even wasn't aware it was so calculative until this election was lost, and we realized then that that we have to redo our communities with I redo a whole covenant with God just based on how we have done ourselves as people. We have no leaders that had no real positive effect in our communities, and we got they all over the place.
And elections have consequences. That's like Minister said. We voted for McCain. We voted for Romney. Both of our candidates lost, and and the Democrats, the homosexuals, just seem to be going crazy. Just like you all been walking around talking about. Um, God is having a hissy fit. But like we have always said, God gonna have the last laugh no matter what. So thank you. We'll